Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. Our primary objective for today is to continue to work on Mexico to make sure that they do not get above 75 Liberty Desire, or that if they do, to, make sure that it doesn't create a problem for us. But we still got to truce with them for 3 years, so we've got a little bit of time. I am building up my own coal and steel resources. After that, we'll do some development in the rest of our subject states. We've got other subjects that I could reduce the autonomy of right now, but again, in particular Venezuela. But I don't want to reduce Mexico's liberty desire. I don't want to increase Mexico's liberty desire, because I don't want them to get above that threshold, because if they get above that threshold, that's going to be a problem. Excuse me. Economically, they're quite entangled with us. Things will be better once we don't have cold relations. Actually, once we're below 25 infamy, we should be good to go with Mexico, because they're getting their liberty desire is only increasing by 0.06 on a weekly basis. Although they've got a debuff for change rate scaling, so their raw increase is 0.13. So if they don't have a just make sure I've got a Jamaican reactionary revolt. Just making sure I'm paying attention to this. So what I actually need is an additional 13 reduction in liberty desire. I am definitely going to get that from increasing their relations above cold, but that's not going to happen very fast because they're currently at 71, and I think the threshold for cold is 50. But it might be 20. I don't remember. I'm not good at remembering that particular thing. Alright, beautiful. So, we'll go ahead and invade using the 3rd American Fleet. The army we've got here is the Army of Observation. Very good. One of my armies needs a new leader. The Dixie Army. Alright, who do we got? Oh, we got a bunch of petite bourgeois dorks. How about this guy? Charismatic and an offensive planner. That's good. And here's an armed forces guy. Very good. We're going to give you promotions. We're going to make you the head of the Dixie Army. There we go. Army of New England also could use another leader. We got, historical. Oh, John Pershing. Oh, it's your boy. Excellent. I'm going to give him every frickin' promotion. Pershing? You're going to be a field marshal immediately. There we go. I like that guy. He's the guy who led the American forces in World War I. And I've known a lot about him. What about over here? Can I get... Yeah, I got... Oh, Reckless. Reckless isn't as bad as it used to be, because it doesn't lock you into really bad tactics. Alright, Army of New England. Let's do you. Pershing, let's have you get some popularity and experience. So, how can we help fix the system in these areas? Afro-Caribbean National Movement. That's a little difficult. What do they want? They're pluralists. Communist Movement, they're pretty angry, but I'm not going to let that happen. Anarchist Movement as well. Interesting. Let me see. Ooh. Oh, they can't get women in the workplace because they don't have feminism yet. Well, right of assembly sure would be nice. I think Cuba, primarily, I think depowering their religious group would be good. Ooh, getting off of local police force would be really good. Well, not necessarily. They don't actually have strong landowners. So that's not necessarily an issue. Can I see how accepted you are in the country you live in? Things are tough for the working class here. And the middle class, frankly. No, they're both working class. For the lower and middle strata is what I mean. So the discrimination situation is kind of rough. Racial segregation means 30 from cultural only, 50 from heritage, 70 from both. So what I need to be looking at, the primary culture is Caribeño. That's Hispanophone and European heritage. So Afro-Caribeño is Hispanophone and African heritage, so under racial segregation, they get only 30 base acceptance. They're all Catholic, so that's going to get them 25 acceptance. They're at 55. And then Cuba is an Afro-Caribeño homeland, is it not? No, only Caribeño homeland. Yeah, so they're partially accepted. So continuing to liberalize Cuba would be useful. Let's take a quick look at Puerto Rico to see how things are going over there. Population dynamics. Wow, Puerto Rico is very highly Afro-Caribeño. Alright, so that's part of my issue here. So Cuba, currently at racial segregation. If they go to cultural exclusion, look at it in mind. That would mean 40 acceptance from cultural traits. There's an additional 25 for the religion part. Let's take a look at the religion balance of Puerto Rico, the state. Yeah, almost entirely Catholic. Same as Cuba. So, yeah, I think that'll get them up to being, they do have some chance of going to multiculturalism, but a high stall chance. What if we go to cultural exclusion instead? Chances are a lot better. Alright, cultural exclusion it is. Alright, so, how else can we support our subject states? They're deferring it. Alright. Well, that's not so bad. Colombia's going to commercialize agriculture. That's not bad. What about Ecuador? Ecuador's got landed voting. You need to do real voting, Ecuador. Quit faffing about. Actually, no. You need to ban slavery. That's the thing you need to do. Venezuela, you're looking alright for the time being. Again, I'll have more control later. Nicaragua is still a protectorate. Guatemala. Beautiful. Guatemala's looking good. Private schools, no health system. That's not ideal, but it is overall pretty rock solid. I think Guatemala gets a pass from me for now for having no health system. Could send them to homesteading, but I don't feel like that's necessarily good. It would lock in the rural folk, though, which would be solid. If I go to a public health system here, would that... No, I think that's an internal affair. I'm not necessarily going to handle that. So, Guatemala. What can I build up here? You got... downsizing. I don't want you to downsize. Those are good jobs. Why is migration attraction so low here? A little bit of turmoil. Timed modifiers. But there's so much available employment. Borscht. You should be trying to increase your population, Guatemala. That's the issue. So how can I make the state function better? Well, one way I can increase population is by implementing a better health system. So... yeah, let's do it. There's the steam turbine. Alright, that's beautiful. So, that's actually something I need to handle. So, public would be... well, private would be more in keeping with my ideology. But, let's give them public. You know, it's fine if we're a little bit relaxed about that. So, now, we've built up a bunch of coal supply. So let's grab our power plants and swap them over to coal-fired. They only think they're not going to be profitable. Let's give that a few minutes. They've refused. Well, of course, Shaggy. I don't love that, but it is what it is. Alright, Dutch mass migration. So, first let's look at research. I need to figure out a research. I don't have any tech spread, so I just wasted a week or two of research, but that's okay. 5 is alright. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of knowledge sharing. Let's go ahead and, if I knock out the rest of Tier 4 and go to Tier 5, that would allow me to get really, really far ahead in terms of military. Although, let's actually just rush NCO incorporation. It's going to take a little bit longer than it normally would. Well, no, because I'm gonna need to do these anyway. So yeah, let's do the other stuff. Actually, landing craft is good for me for now, and then concrete dockyards. Then we'll do the rest of this other stuff in Tier 4. And then NCO incorporation. After that, we hit production. Let's see. Oh, pneumatic tools would be good. Mechanized farming would be nice as well. So we'll do pneumatic tools. Remember, I'm fully managing my own tech at this point because I'm doing so much spreading to other, to my subject states here. Ooh, elevators would be really nice, actually. Tell you what, let's knock out elevators after that. We'll just go to wargaming, concrete dockyards, and landing craft. That'll be nice. Then we'll do international exchange standards. And then we'll do conveyor belts and pneumatic tools. And that'll be nice. That'll let us get plenty done. So, this should make our electricity situation a lot better, and it kind of hasn't. So, we'll increase levels in Iowa. Iowa's got... Yep. Alright, that's what we want to do. Okay, so a lot of power plants in a lot of areas are just not running at all now, which is not ideal. I'm not quite sure what to do about that, other than to reduce the price of coal. But I have already reduced the price of coal significantly. I don't want to necessarily build power plants in my subject states that won't run. Can I filter this to only me? Alright, this should work. I'll look at only places that I've already built at least one. Alright, so... a lot of those places are looking good. There's the reactionary revolt popping off in IT. I don't need to necessarily pay too much attention to that. Need another level in Wisconsin. Need another level in Illinois. Definitely need another level in South Carolina and Massachusetts. And Tennessee. And North Carolina. Alright, rest of these are looking just fine. Could use a few more levels in California. Alright, looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. Alright, and now we're at places where it's below its base price. So, that's looking rock solid. I've got some railways getting built. Let's throw the power plants at the top of the queue. I don't think that's going to delay my railways, but let's make sure that it doesn't. Yep, those are being built pretty fast. So moving ahead from here, I have some other production methods that I want to make better. Ooh, I need to get public motor carriages. Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be better for those urban centers. Arts Academy, we're on photography. That's good. Don't have Zeppelins, but it's fine that I don't have Zeppelins. Let's go to harvesting tools. I think that's going to make a lot of these farms more productive. I could go to electric fences. Let's at least go to barbed wire fences. I could do refrigerated rail cars, but that's a lot of power. Now, if I go to electric... They can all do it, which is pretty solid. And then let's do... Let me see if I've implemented my upgrades for my wood. My logging industry yet. Because that's another place where I can get a lot of productivity out of small upgrades. Where's my logging industry? There we go. We're at the bottom here. Alright, well. Looks like no, but we can do rail transport. You think you're going to be less productive, but you're not. There you go. Rock solid. Fishing wharves, I've got refrigerated rail cars. Let's see if these are better from a productivity standpoint. They are. Nice, for whaling too. Ooh, and combustion engine derrick. Obviously that's going to be really useful. Alright, so after that, let's take a quick look at our base market characteristics. There's the Hawaiian Haitian Revolt sorting itself out. I still don't have anywhere I can produce silk within my own customs union, right? Nope, doesn't look like it. That's fine. Alright, so that's just going to simply continue to operate the way it operates. We're buying from the French, and that's okay. Cars and engines are still quite expensive. So, have we got queued in? Yeah, we got some motor industries queued in, so we'll continue to do that. Now, what was the other thing? Oh, coal I need to look at, because my plants are coal-fired now. Yeah, I for sure need to produce more coal. Although, actually, I'm exporting a ton of coal. So that's part of what we got going on. West Virginia has enormous coal production, and Kentucky as well. Kentucky's got huge coal production available. So, you know what we'll do, is we'll just hammer coal production in Kentucky. Do I have anything in queue being built for Kentucky? Just some railways. Alright. Not that many. 5 levels of railways in Kentucky. And I'm going to throw those in at the top. And then we'll just fill Kentucky out with coal mines. We'll do 3 levels of coal mines. And what we'll do is we'll put those coal mines a little bit higher up. Let me see. I'm still doing a big industrial expansion in Wisconsin. But we're going to put the one from Michigan a little bit lower down so that we can get those coal mines in Kentucky built ASAP. Alright, and now we get moving because we got a lot to do. I am going to continue to work on development in South America as well, but this is something I need to focus on right now because I need to right the issues in my market. In particular, I need to get producing more engines, more steel, and more iron, because all of those are in the production chain for engines. Obviously, coal is living there too. Let me see. If I build up engine production in Wisconsin, that's going to add... Wait, did I... No, I already did it. Well, Hedge, I don't want to invest in you. Wisconsin, how's the price of power here? Local prices. Power is expensive here. Do we need another power plant? We're building one. Alright, beautiful. Occitan mass immigration. France, you better not be doing an ethno-state over there, France. No, but they are at national supremacy, which makes life a little difficult for Occitan people, which is not ideal. Relations with Mexico are continuing to improve. They are working on universal suffrage. That's very good. Again, I'm hoping if I can get past 50, we'll be fine with that. Whew. Sorry, I did a lot of economic planning in this episode, but you know, economy is the name of the game. Black gold, black money. An inquiry has revealed that government politician Seth Claggett's recent wealth has been accumulated through bribes from oil companies, allowing them to lease land without bidding. In an investigation like this, there's a way to know you're on the right track. It's the records of what you look for start to go missing. The harder you look, the more disappears, until it appears as if a man conjured his fortune from nothing. Once you force them to make it look like magic, you can start figuring out the trick. Alright, so there's basically two decisions we need to make. It says 4 options here, but there are basically 2 decisions we need to make in this event. So first, we must make an example of all parties. This makes Claggett resign and gives him a harsh sentence that angers the industrialists. An elected official abusing his position is a severe crime. This makes Seth Claggett resign and gives him a harsh sentence, but it makes the trade unions mad instead. Okay, so we can choose between angering the industrialists and the trade unions, and then we can choose between having Seth Claggett get fired and reducing legitimacy. So the third one is corporate leaders undermining our government cannot be allowed to walk free, which is he doesn't get fired, but we lose legitimacy. And then the fourth one is even great people make mistakes. This can all be settled with some fines, which is reduced legitimacy and trade unions get mad. I'm definitely going to fire Seth Claggett. He's the head of the industrialists, is he not? Yes, he's a protectionist. I don't need that guy. But let's go with the second one. He's not the president, is he? I don't think he is. No, we got Patrick Cameron running the country. Sorry, it's been a bit since I've played this save as of this episode. So I'm going to go with an elected official abusing his position as a severe crime, and that's going to give me... it's going to reduce the opinion of the trade unions, but I can live with a -2 down to +11. That's completely fine with me. Investment pool is still looking good. I am building quite productively at this time. I could increase the size of the construction sector a little bit, but I don't necessarily want to do that too much. Hernando Baquedano. Interesting. I could also increase relations with... Well, I'm already increasing relations with Argentina. Haha! Good job earlier, me. Smart. Oh, interesting. Relations with Mexico improved by a bunch. Well, that's good. Alright, so now they've got nearly even liberty desire from better relations. And that's going to give us a lot of breathing room. So once we're below 25 infamy, the issue of Mexico increasing their potential autonomy will be solved. And I'll be very, very pleased with that. Socialist revolt in Luxembourg. Can't be bothered with that. Now, what about this? The British are dealing with problems in the Ionian Islands. I don't know why the British... Excuse me? France, you can't just carve off bits of Italy like that. France, you fool. Stop it. Get out of here with that. Oh my goodness, that's very funny. There's a lot of problems going on in Europe. But Europe is not my business. I am a free state in the West, doing what free states in the West do, and chilling. Chilling so good. I don't know how relations with Mexico improved so much, but I'm pleased about it. I'm extremely pleased about it, in fact. What can I develop? A lot of these economies are pretty weak. Well, one thing's railways. I'm going to put a couple levels of railways in any of these countries that doesn't have railways, because they just have got to get railways. I don't think there's any other way of putting it. The country has to get connected. So cue that in. Mexico is herself having a little bit of a problem with infrastructure. I think maybe if I produce... Does Mexico have coal? Because that's a thing that can make running railways easier. They do. Got a lot of mines here in Guerrero, but they're not subsidizing the railways, so they're... Mexico? Bad relations. Can't bankroll them due to bad relations. You could take on their debt. Their debt is increasing. Most of the reasons they don't want to is because relations are bad and their loans are not that big. But Mexico, you could use the cash. I'm going to start bankrolling them as soon as relations are good enough. That's also going to improve relations faster, which is going to be useful. Because I need to support Mexican development at this time. Mexico has a lot of untapped labor and production potential that are just not being used right now. And that I would definitely like to use. To utilize. Another Uruguayan communist revolt. The communist revolts keep happening in Uruguay. Maybe next time it happens I'll try again to get them as a puppet state, because I just can't even with Germany controlling Uruguay. It's not cool. It's unfun. Also, I need to figure out where to offload Guyana to. I think Brazil. Brazil's probably a likely candidate, but on the other hand, it would be nice to maybe make myself a new Gran Colombia. I don't know if Gran Colombia needs to have these territories. I should look that up, because it seems like they do. That's my memory of how it has to go, is that they got to get a bunch more territories over here. But I don't know how much they need that. Other stuff on the agenda, we want to grab the rest of the... Hey, Denmark. Denmark, hold on. 45% chance they'll just hand me all this. Netherlands would fight, but I don't necessarily need to deal with that. Is Denmark a puppet state of the Netherlands? They are. Well, that's interesting. Goodness, what a curious situation we've got over there in Europe. The Netherlands. You're in the German market. Interesting. Alright, so the Zollverein is quite large then. Yeah, Zollverein is all this area. I don't need you doing aggression, Brazil. I just don't, alright? Can I get a better visual? Yeah, so Zollverein is this area. Obviously this. There's tiny territories. Anywhere else? Doesn't look like it. Oh, no, but yes, a bunch of, yeah, the Dutch East Indies. Yep, well, that checks out. Sure does check out. Latvian mass migration. Very nice. And we've got destroyers spreading, although we're not actually getting any spread. So between... Goldfields depleted in Alaska. Sorry, there were a bunch more things there than I thought. The rich mineral deposits in Alaska have been drained. Mines are being shuttered, and all the prospectors who moved in are beginning to drift away in search of the next big strike. Alluvial gold dried up, miners go home. River dried up due to miner activity. Shafts condemned as threat to life. Enter at own peril, trespassers will be shot, survivors will be shot again. Can't just let them leave, because we got to build up our gold mines. Again, I don't know how we ended up with... Oh my gosh, we've got so much gold mine capacity up here. Does this mean I could found a gold mine company? Maybe? Maybe? Just maybe? Some kind of gold mining company? Cripes. How is it back to 2? No. Cripes. What's going on? What what happened? What happened to my gold mines? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, things are going bad. Alright. Ooh, actually, let me get these railways at the top of the queue here. Because those are going to take forever to get built, especially the ones in Honduras. Gosh, Honduras is down bad. Honduras is really down bad. It's a shame. They're a pretty well-developed economy, but... Is Honduras in... No? No migration. Yeah, things are really bad. Turmoil is off the charts. Anyway, that's probably not such a... Whoa. Oh, I don't know how this happened, but it's real bad. Okay, so yeah, so that's why standard of living is totally wrecked. Alright, well, we'll need to deal with some of that stuff. But, in any case, that is all we've got time for this episode, my nerds. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun. And I will see you on the other side.